Have you ever laid down at night, just stretch your legs out, when your knee suddenly pangs as if someone is squeezing it tightly from within? That feeling can keep you tossing and turning for an hour, even if you felt perfectly fine during the day. This does not just happen to you, it is silently affecting millions of older adults, especially after age 65. My neighbor Donna, she's 78, once shared that every single night around 2 in the morning, I am woken up by my aching knee, but throughout the entire day, I noticed nothing unusual. She thought it was the weather. Some said it was her age. But during a checkup, her doctor said something that startled her. That nighttime pain is not random. It is your body's way of trying to speak up. The problem is not the daytime, but the habits you have before going to bed. That is when I started paying closer attention. And you know what? It turns out some very small things, seemingly harmless, are the very culprits making your knees ache at night. It is not genetics. It is not from heavy labor. It is from 3 habits you often do in the evening. Repeated every day, they cause pressure to build up in the joint. And only when you lie down to rest do they silently reveal themselves. Science calls this pain rebound, an effect where pain bounces back when the body shifts from activity to rest while the joint remains tense, retains fluid, or is poorly positioned. And if you notice, these nighttime pains usually do not appear when you are young, but only when age starts to bring on degeneration. The good news is you can absolutely and proactively reduce this condition. No medicine, no machines, just by adjusting 3 small evening habits. What you do in the 30 minutes before you go to sleep can determine whether you sleep soundly or toss and turn from an aching knee. In this video, I will explore 3 common habits with you that if you are doing, you should stop tonight so your knees can relax and you can get a full night's sleep without being awakened by that silent pain anymore. Watch until the end, because the 3rd habit is one that many people are doing wrong, thinking it is good, but it is actually the reason their knees are tense all night long. Are you ready? Let us get started. Habit 1, sitting too long without stretching your knees before sleep. The first habit, seemingly harmless, is a familiar culprit that makes your knees ache at night, sitting in one place for too long without stretching your knees before you go to bed. Try to remember, are there many evenings you sit watching television, reading the paper, scrolling on your phone, or simply sitting still in a chair for hours without changing position? Then when you get up to walk to bed, your knee suddenly feels heavy, the joint pops, or it is difficult to fully straighten. If so, then you are not alone. Donna used to call it that locked joint feeling. Her doctor explained that when you sit for a long time without moving, the synovial fluid inside the knee, which helps lubricate and smooth movement, gets frozen in place. The muscles around the knee also shorten slightly, causing the joint to lose its elasticity. And when you lie down to rest, those unwarmed areas begin to react with pain, stiffness, or a dull ache. This condition is even more pronounced in older adults, when joint cartilage has worn down over time. The lack of movement prevents synovial fluid from being evenly activated, leading to more friction with each new movement, especially when stretching your legs out in bed. That is why many physical therapists in America always advise older adults, do not go to bed with a knee joint that has just been sitting idle for 2 hours. A few simple movements are needed to wake up the joint before resting. Donna then did one small thing that made a big difference. 10 minutes before bed, she would stand up, take a gentle step back, rest her hands on a chair, and straighten each knee for 10 seconds. Repeat 2 to 3 times. After 1 week, she said, every night is a more peaceful sleep. My legs feel opened up before I lie down. You can start this very night. No complicated exercises needed. Just stand straight, extend one leg behind you, keep the knee straight, and gently push your hip forward to lightly stretch the thigh muscle. Then switch sides. If you feel a comfortable stretch in your knee, that is a good sign. You are helping your joint regain its natural flexibility. Do not let your knees hibernate all evening, only to wake up in the middle of the night from aching. Give them a gentle hello before getting into bed with a few simple, sufficient, and slow knee stretches. Because sometimes just one small movement before sleep can save an entire night. Habit 2, eating salty foods or drinking little water, causing fluid retention in the joints. The second habit that causes nighttime knee pain, which may sound unrelated, is silently causing your joints to become stagnant from the inside. Eating salty foods in the evening or drinking too little water before bed. Have you ever experienced a feeling of heavy legs, slight swelling around the knee joint, or had nights where your knees felt tense despite no strenuous activity beforehand? If so, the culprit may be coming from your dinner plate, from those rich dishes with extra salt, extra seasonings, or simply the habit of avoiding drinking water so I do not have to urinate at night. Donna's doctor calls it joint fluid retention, a phenomenon that occurs when your body holds on to too much sodium, salt, in the blood, causing water to be pulled into the soft tissues around the joints to create balance. The result is a mildly swollen joint, causing tightness and creating pressure from within. This is especially noticeable at night, when you are lying still and every sensation becomes more acute. You might not see major swelling, but even a little microscopic swelling around the joint is enough to make you uncomfortable all night long. Especially as you get older, the kidney's ability to regulate water and filter sodium also gradually declines over time. Even more concerning, salty and dehydrated habits do not just cause temporary pain. In the long run, they also promote the process of inflammatory arthritis. Many studies at Harvard University show that older adults on high-sodium diets have more than double the risk of arthritis, and their level of nighttime pain also increases. I still remember one time Donna had cured meats in a salty sour soup for dinner. That night, she had to sit bolt upright at 1 a.m, massaging her knees because of an unbearable dull ache. From the next day on, she started to change. She ate a little less salt, cut back on canned foods, and most importantly, she made a habit of drinking a small, warm glass of water about 30 minutes before bedtime. After 1 week, her nightly pain had significantly subsided. No medicine needed, just adjusting my spoon and my glass, she laughed. You can start the same way. Tonight, take a look at your dinner. Is it too salty? Are there any dishes with a rich, savory broth? And are you avoiding water to prevent nighttime urination, inadvertently causing your joints to become dry and retain salt? Remember, your body needs water to flush out excess salt, just as a stream needs water to wash away sediment. When you eat salty food without drinking enough water, you are holding on to what your knees hate most: stagnation and silent inflammation. Your body does not need you to follow extreme restrictions. Just be a little lighter with the salt shaker, a little kinder with the water glass, and your knees will thank you every night with a painless sleep. If you are still watching and finding these tips helpful, drop a 2 in the comments below to let me know. And if you are not yet subscribed, I encourage you to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss new videos. Your support helps us continue to create more helpful and inspiring content. Habit 3, elevating your legs incorrectly, adding more strain to the knee joint. The third habit, which sounds like a good idea, can actually be the reason your knees hurt more at night and if done incorrectly. Elevating your legs while sleeping without properly supporting the knee joint. Many older adults, after a long day of walking, have a habit of propping their legs on a high pillow or a stack of pillows under their calves to help blood circulate. It sounds logical, but did you know that if you place the pillow in the wrong spot, especially leaving your knee suspended between 2 pillows, you are unintentionally turning your knee joint into a point of reverse tension for many hours? That is what Donna had done for years, and she also thought she was taking care of her legs. Every night she would place 2 soft pillows under her calves, but her knee would sag down between the 2 support points, causing the ligaments and tendons around her knee to be constantly stretched. The result was she would wake up midnight with a deep ache, as if something was pulling from inside the joint. A physical therapist explained it to her with a very simple image. Imagine your knee is like a curved bridge. If you only support the 2 ends and leave the middle empty, that bridge will and gradually break. Especially for people with signs of degeneration or a previous knee injury, elevating the legs incorrectly can also increase pressure on the meniscus, the cushion between the 2 bone ends, making the pain and inflammation even worse. So instead of propping your legs on 2 separate pillows, try what Donna switched to, using a rolled-up bath towel placed directly under the knee, not under the calf and not under the foot. This helps the knee to be gently elevated, prevents it from sagging, and allows the surrounding muscles to truly relax. After just 5 nights, she told me, I sleep through the night without waking for the first time in months. And she emphasized it was just changing the pillow's position, but it felt like a knot inside me had been untied. You can try it tonight too. Take a thick bath towel, roll it up, and place it under the back of your knee, right at the joint. It does not need to be too high nor a thick pillow. Just support the right spot. You will feel the difference. Your body does not need you to lie down perfectly, but it does need you to understand the correct way a weak knee wants to rest. Do not let misguided kindness become an extra burden for legs that have already borne so much pressure throughout life. Taking care of your sleep is not just about a warm blanket or a quiet room. It is also about how you lay your legs down so they can truly rest, not just lie still in pain. 3 small habits: sitting idle without stretching your knees, eating salty foods or drinking too little water, and propping your legs up incorrectly while sleeping. They seem insignificant, but they are the silent agents causing your knees to ache in the middle of the night. You are not weak, nor does old age have to mean aches and pains. It is your body sending you a signal that it needs you to slightly adjust your rhythm, to be gentler with yourself. Try asking yourself, tonight, am I repeating any of those habits? Because if you are, then you can completely change tonight's outcome, starting just 30 minutes before you lay your head down. You do not need painkillers every night. You do not need to resort to knee braces, infrared lamps, or complicated massages. You just need to remember: 1 gentle knee stretch, 1 warm glass of water, 1 towel placed in the right spot. Donna used to suffer from endless sleeplessness because of her knee pain, but with just 3 small changes, she sleeps peacefully again, without a single pill. That is not a miracle. It is proof when we listen to our bodies correctly, they will respond with relief. And if she could do it, then I believe you can do it too. So where do you want to start making a change? Stretching your legs before bed, less salt in your dinner, or simply checking the pillow under your leg? I would love for you to share in the comments below which of these 3 habits made you feel like it was talking about you. And what will you try first tonight? Your very shares might help others, those who are enduring long nights with a quiet pain, to find a gentle ray of hope. If this video helped you, please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with a relative, a friend, or anyone who deserves to sleep soundly every night. Thank you for your time and for listening. See you in the next video, where we continue our journey of caring for our bodies with understanding and compassion.